Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Hope you all having a great day and a great week. I myself having a good day, and I'm here. Y'all see the thumbnail to talk about Love Island USA, episodes 19 to 14 is a review or recap. And I have a lot of things to say because last night episode was not I was not happy for it. I ain't like the Islanders' decisions. I don't understand what's the point. Hey, what's going on? Shine bright like a diamond. You're beautiful like diamond in the sky. Listen, if you're here, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. And join in the chat. What's up? Here. Listen, I have a lot of things to say, and we're gonna get into it. And hopefully people don't get upset about me because I'm some people I really not feeling. And to be honest, a lot of these people in the show already getting on my nerves. Already getting on my nerves. They're already bothering me to the point that it's ridiculous. This season feel like there's a bunch of people who's not being real, authentic, or just playing a game. Like last season was so authentic to me. This season, and last season was my first season watching Love Island. So this season I'm watching, I'm so excited. And a lot of y'all is not making sense. It's just stupid. It is so whack. But let's get into it. And y'all have any opinions, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. And also come in the chat. Feel free to come in. As long as you're being respectful, it's fine. And if you have a different opinion, I'm welcome different opinions. Just be respectful. And let's chat about it. All right, so it's from 9 to 14. So I have a lot of things to discuss a little bit and what my opinions about. But trust, you will get everything I need to say before we get out of here. All right, so it's what I end up last review when freaking this whole decision was made, right? And Jeremiah was upset and everything, and the guys was saying this to him, and he was like, "What?" And he got in his mind. It was in his mind. So Huda trying to talk to him and whatnot. So they went to talk, and she was saying, "So you just sat there? Did you defend me or anything?" And not really. He just took what they said, and it bothered him. And I said the only way he would let their comments bother him if he didn't feel that way himself. I think he has been feeling that way already, and he just used that as a scapegoat, not a scapegoat like Huda, to say that to Huda. But while they talking, they wanted Ace. They were pressuring Ace to lick the freaking icing off freaking Shelly's body. Even Mr. No Boundaries. Even Mr. Oh, I have boundaries. Mr. No Physical Touch. If I don't know you, it's like that person. But he was willing to lick everything off. I said, listen, at the end of the day, we all there like how he handled Amaya. At the end of the day, you can have your boundaries. Hey, Sam Boo. You can have your boundaries. But you didn't have that boundary when you first got in the villa. You didn't have that. Because to be honest, based on the story that you and Shelly told us, y'all didn't even know each other like that either. So how all of a sudden you was all willing to do everything, kissing her forehead, doing all that stuff like that, but all of a sudden when you got on my mind, you just bait and switched on her. That's what it was like. Nobody really liking you like that. And Amaya crashed out, even though she have a hard time listening to people sometimes and everything. Her crash out was kind of valid because the guy that she was hoping and happy to be connected with, or chose to validate her, thinking this kind of switched on her. Even if she was so gun-ho, heads over heels over the guy so quickly, just like Huda did with Jeremiah, and Jeremiah with Huda. Everybody seen that Jeremiah Huda's being closed door was so messed up and so scary. But a lot of y'all is really not really exploring your connections like that either. Y'all all kind of collecting and being safe with your options y'all with now either. So I didn't understand the hypocrisy y'all having right now. But we're going into that point when we get to the last episode. But let's get on. So he licked the ice off her chest. And then Charlie and Austin talk. And Austin don't want to be involved with nobody going back and forth with somebody like that. So Charlie said, listen, you got to step it up and just play and stop. And he don't want to go back and forth between the Shelly and the Ace and everything. I said, at the end of the day, it wouldn't have been no back and forth if Ace would have just picked Shelly, and you would have had a mind in the first place. But whatever. But you got to sit here. So, but or sometimes you complain about it as well. Step it up, or spoil your connection somewhere else, and let Shelly know. Like, come on now. So after the big blow, after Amaya blew up on Shelly, Shelly and Maya had to sit down, they talk, and they gonna move past it. They gonna move past it. They gonna let the past be the past. But I would say, if I was Shelly, I said, girl, you ain't gonna be talking to me like that for no freaking dusty ass man. Like, girl, you need to get over him. But whatever, she crashed out a little bit, which I understand a little bit of the crash out, but it wasn't too toxic as freaking Huda is, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But still, none of us still didn't like how she was coming after Shelly because it was Shelly's fault. She didn't owe you anything. That man, the one who picked you, messed you up. So Ace decided he gonna sleep with soul ties. He is not sleeping with the bed with Maya anymore because date's done. They really not really connected. At the first day he chose he just cut that thing off and just switched on, and now he's not sleeping on the bed with her. He's sleeping in soul ties. I hope the freaking flies doesn't be you biting your behind off. But he's been okay so far. So, of course, Huda and Jeremiah's hunching, as always. Every night we've seen them, they've been hunching and smooching and all stuff like that. And I was like, that's why I feel like I think their relationship had been so freaking gun-ho with each other because they have given their bodies to be intimate way too soon. Way too soon. Now, that's one thing that we know the name of the game. Y'all be kissing and swapping spit every freaking 5 seconds with each other, and even the challenges and whatnot. We understand that. But y'all in the bed together, y'all just couldn't couple. Y'all up here smooching and hunching and fingering, and we do know y'all had sex because it was told in the episode they had sex. But we don't know how many times, but I'm pretty sure they have been hunching. So, with that being said, y'all move so quickly in the physical department. That's why all these emotions is happening so quickly. But and besides the love bombing, Huda used bomb bombing too, because you was saying love you by a couple of times to this guy. And I said, I don't know why you keep saying love you. But Charlie Hannah was kissing, and Sierra Nicholas was kissing, and all that stuff like that. So Ace planning a date for Shelly. Ace has been doing a lot of little different dates for Shelly, like the hibachi date and yoga and whatnot. So he wanted to do a hibachi style breakfast. They didn't do all that well with the breakfast style, hibachi style, but it was a cute gesture. And he has been doing a lot of that. And I said, okay, he tried to make it known. He tried to pursue Shelly and much. And so also made her breakfast. And he made her breakfast. And then they told her to come downstairs to go to hibachi style breakfast. And I guess actually Shelly was talking, and she does the body without applying pressure. She said, no, it is what it is. But, she still kind of stuck between her and between him and Austin. She still like Austin because the connection they have, the conversation they have, she's just still liking him. But also she liked the initiative that Ace is giving by planning these dates and be out thinking outside the box and being creative because they couldn't go anywhere unless they plan like the production plan a trip for them to go somewhere for a date. But other than that, they in the villa 24/7 around the same people. So you had to make it whatever. Y'all always in shorts and bathing suit because it's hot. So it was like y'all might have to milk. Might as well eat, drink, and have a good time, right? So Ace is a little jealous, but he said he get jealous, but he would never be that serious jealous of someone because she's still challenging and balancing between him and Austin, and he's not really feeling that much. I said you would have been going through this if you would have picked Shelly in the first place, but now you got to apply the pressure. Now you want to do all this, boy, bye. So Huda told Nicholas, because at the time, Jeremiah wanted to talk to someone, and she volunteered Nicholas, so she got to tell Nicholas the secret so he could talk to Nicholas. I said he could just talk to anybody he wanted to talk to. Like he could just round all the guys up together and see what their opinions about dating someone with a child. And like I said, Jeremiah know at this point when he would date someone who has a child or not. Or that we have to see. Yes, you probably will have to see if you decide to still be with her. outside the villa how the dynamics is with the baby daddy and the child and how you will fit in. Yes, the only way you will know if you're in that situation. However, most people already know before they even get to that point whether or not they will be with someone who has a child. They would. Some might be open, but they will have to see. Some might be saying nope. Even if they had a child themselves, they would say nope. I'm not doing that because you know what comes with it. So all that, oh, I still like you was not an answer. So to me, I feel like once he got the news about her being a mother, it's like I feel like Jeremiah wasn't even on that end. But however, whatever. Because that's her, because she still was gun ho about him, even he wasn't giving that reassurance that he saw that. But I know he said he loved kids, it doesn't bother him, all that. But yes, yes. You can still love kids and everything, but still don't want to be with someone who has a child and have your own. Because he did say he always thought that he would be the first to have his own biologicals and whatnot. And you know most men want that. They don't want to have a DNA waste of somebody else's child who you have a child with someone else. Some will, but not a lot. So Nicholas was surprised. He didn't take offense to it. He said, "Oh my gosh, that's nice and whatnot," and he understand it. And but he said it would take a lot to go away, huh? Hey Bliss, how you doing? What's up? As soon as she told about her daughter, he started switching up. Something was off. Yes. And part one thing she hold off telling him, she should have told right off the back to see if he really was invested, because she would have been invested with someone who said nope, 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 nope. She hold off that one, and then when she finally told him, it's like that right there, they seal the deal, because he would have said, "Oh, I had a problem, sure, I'm." But he never dated nobody who had a child because he constantly would not date someone who has a child. So don't make a difference now because now you're so hooked up and long and physical connected with her that you're okay to deal with it. Now it takes different. So yes, think it was different. Things shifted a little bit, and then also when we come to find out later episodes how the dynamics is that she feel like he's so selfish, he's not paying attention, he's not stepping up and whatnot. So I said, what more can he give? You gave him everything so far and so quickly. He didn't work for it. He didn't work for it. If the guy's getting his ass so quickly, how much work is he gonna put in? He's not gonna put in much work. He didn't work for it. So say he found with it, it's not an issue with him. I said, okay, we'll see how that goes. So Austin and Maya talk, and Austin and Maya got the same kind of similar energy a little bit, whatever. They talk, they happy for each other, to see each other happy and not down and out. And they also supposed to say they'd rather talk it out instead of hold things in. And that's how they express, because he's like, when something bothers them, they don't want to hold it in. And I said, yeah, just talk it out. So Nicholas did tell us that he was surprised. He's happy that Huda shared her story, because he had a story that he helped a couple with having children. And hope you're not being a freaking Tyler, Nicholas. Child, you better let it just be that. A sperm donation and not being involved. Once you get involved, putting in flying birth certificates, all that stuff, then you're a father. Boy, but whatever. But Taylor asked Ace to teach the dance class because he wanted to do something for Alondria, because at this point, like, Taylor's not really stepping up and applying no pressure and not doing much. Because Alondria made it be known that she like country boys, and Taylor's the only person that fits the bill. The only person that fits the bill. So at this point, so it's like, step it up, do things for her, let her know you want it. Because at this time, she always been telling him, like, listen, you could do physical touch, you could do this, you want this, I want to know you really feeling me like that. And mind you, he told the guys behind her back that he's not really physically attracted to her like that. Now, I don't know if he's like a slow burn and he's just not there yet, By the time he did say that, so when movie night comes, it'll be interesting when you want to see how she reacted when he told the guy, because he's not. That's what he's saying why he's not stepping up and really doing much, because he said he's connecting her mentally. Okay, you connect her mentally, yes. Mental connection and stimulation is just as sexy as physical. But if you're connecting mentally, that should easily let you fall into physical. Maybe, maybe not, unless you're not really attracted to them, like you claim you are. But we'll see how that goes, because I don't know how many times Ace and people got to tell him, you got to step it up, you got to step it up, step it up, step it up, especially when the JD came in. We didn't get to the bombshells coming in yet, because we still on to episode 9. But we're going to keep moving on. So they kiss and whatnot. And he said he's going to continue to step it up, because, he's still Team Melandria and whatnot. I said, because you're not giving nobody else a chance. And I wish Bella, because everybody loved her so damn much, would have at least shook it up and tried to connect with Taylor, because she said Taylor was her type. Taylor's the type that she usually dates. But now she was going home by Nick, right? And everybody want her to come back. I said, I don't know why y'all want her to come back for. To come back to Castle More to do what? Because the reason why she didn't go for acting Taylor, because she was a girl's girl and she wanted Alondra to have that. But you didn't want to shook at the table. I said, a lot of y'all were not shaking the table. I don't know what the hell y'all saw gun ho about Huda and Jeremiah being closed over. A lot of y'all's not really doing that much of your damn self. But whatever, move on. So Jeremiah and Nicholas is talking. And he told her that he loved kids, it's not a problem. But, Nicholas is a pros and cons with this. So you got to really understand what you're getting yourself into when it comes to dating someone who has a child. Because it's not always going to be about you. Especially, she said her daughter's like 4. She still need the care. She's not like a teenager who will take care of herself or not want to be around or need constant needs of care. It's like that. So Austin and Shelley talk. They said, why it took him so while to apply pressure? Because you see Ace is doing so, and now you take it so long and step it up and apply pressure. It's like you gotta step it up if you want to. You keep complaining about freaking connection. I said you annoying me, Austin, about this complaining about this freaking love triangle. But if you don't want the love triangle to happen, you need to apply the pressure. Let Shelly know that you into it instead of keep talking about it and say how you feel. And every time she tell you, she reassure you that she still like your dad, make you feel better. But you still ain't doing shit. Hannah and Charlie talk. Say he made her feel calm and whatnot. He said, you don't have to worry about what's going on unless something needs to worry about. So you good with me. At this point, Charlie had none of the connections but Hannah. So Shelly and Alondria talk. And she was talking about she like that, and they should take Ace is taking initiative and applying pressure to her and doing dates and whatnot. So they had this challenge when there's like a leather and lace thing, and this one of the bombshells came in. Leather and lace thing, and Ariana, good as always, sexy as always, always coming in with the looks and stuff like that. I'll be so happy when I do a watch alongs with people in my Discord. And I said, go ahead, Ariana B. I know that's right, girl. You better step it up and walk in and strut. Beautiful. So Austin excited about the whips. He excited. He's like, oh, I love this. I love that. I said, calm you down. Calm down, doggy heat. Calm down. So Huda looked Jeremiah from the crotch up. I said, oh, okay. That's cute. She physical. Alondra picked the paddle. And, Amaya, Ace. He's not with. He wasn't with it because when Amaya tried to do something, she did something quick and everything. He wasn't even want to be bothered by being touched by her. So I said, whatever. So Ariana came with a gift giver. She said, listen, I got the gift for y'all, right? So I came with 2 bombshells, Jalen and Pepe. Now, if it was me, listen, I'm not bugging. When Pepe was talking, it sounded like it was 2 different guys. That voice changed. And I don't know what was that change or what was something going on with Eden, but something was not right. But Pepe said he's 27. He was LA. He wants a wife. He's a mature woman. He want passion. He's the Latin love, and he was interested in Hannah and Sierra. So I said, okay. Jade is a country boy through and through, and he has eyes only for Alondria. He's from Georgia, and son of country guy, and he has eye for Alondria. So they both something to find somebody for Alondria because she like country guys, and that's her go-to person. Because Taylor's the only person, so we need to spice it up and see to give him the pressure he needed, and that's why Taylor started wanting to step up and all this like that. Or at least he still is stepping up, but he's in his fields because another country guys in there. You know how Alondria like country men, and you know he's brolic and he got muscles and stuff like that. He's tall and whatnot. So they had the guys to turn the ladies around. Wait. Had the guys to turn the guys around, whatever. They turned the people around. And then we got another bombshell. The girl Iris came. And they tied the ladies up. They turned the guys around, they tied the ladies up. And then the bombshells was kissing each the ladies. Now, ladies had 2 men kiss them. Somehow Iris came in. She's a bombshell, a blonde. She said she's not here to play nice. She has a great body. She has a flirt, and she had eyes on Jeremiah and Nicholas. I said, ooh. Ace was mad happy when new bombshell because you know he got no connection with Maya, so he was mad happy. I said, all right. And mind you, the ladies had 2 guys kiss them, Pepe and Jalen. And then the guys got 1 girl, and she was, to be honest, she wasn't even all that. I'm sorry. To be honest, I'm sorry, y'all. The bombshell was a bombshell. A lot of people had a connection. A lot of people had that complaint. Like the bombshells is not being bombshelling. There's not average as best. We're the bombshell, but we really need to sit on her and say, damn. Oh my gosh, this guy's fine. Oh, these ladies are bomb. Nice body, good looks, charismatic personality. That's the bombshell we're looking for. They want to make us turn our heads. But no, they've been average. So she came and kissed everyone, and all the ladies was in their feelings, especially Huda. Huda big and back like this. Calling her a B. I said, so you're the second person you call a B in that second house. Been doing the most. Now, mind you, Huda kissed both the guys. Cause you know how up her arms she was when thinking Amaya wanted to kiss Jeremiah before, and Jeremiah was holding back because he would be respectful of Huda, and Huda was in her feelings. But these 2 bombshells came in, and you was swap and spit and willing to give him the kiss. You didn't hold back. She didn't hold back for none of the guys. Pepe and Jada, she did not hold back. The minute that Iris kissed Jeremiah, he decided to play the game because he wanted to step up and do a challenge now and stop being scared. She bending backwards again in her feelings. It called the girl out. I said, no, you should be calling your man out since he's the one that you couple up with. But whatever. The girls are pissed. And I said, what y'all pissed for? Y'all had 2 guys. Y'all kissed 2 guys. And then the 1 girl came in, a blonde bombshell. Y'all in your feelings. Y'all was like that when Hannah and Maya came. Hey, Luna, how you doing? She's such a hypocrite. Exactly. She was. So at this time, we have an uneven number. We have more guys than ladies. So we had Shelly, Hannah, Alondria, Maya, Huda, and Sierra. And then we had Austin, Charlie, Taylor, Ace, Jeremiah, Nicholas, Jalen, and Pepe. So the ladies and the guys talk separately. And Iris told her she's a spray tan artist. She's like Nick. How you doing? Welcome. She like Nick. She physically attracted to Nick. That's her type, basically. But she said she into by personalities. Jada's a trucker, so you know they hours is like crazy because it's like they don't have like a set schedule. They got one thing. They may have a set schedule, but their hours is like ridiculous. They might be driving here, this is there. You barely get to see them that much. So it's like, but he did say he like off like 3 days in a week, and he worked like Sunday through Thursdays. He off Friday, Saturdays. That's what he said. Yeah, he goes Friday, Saturdays. He works Sunday to Thursdays, I think he said. And off the weekends. So he spent that time to hang out, chill out, go to the gym, do other stuff like that, or be with family and stuff like that. But he just trucking most of his time. So Pepe said he's a gym owner, I think, and then he does an after school program. I said, "Oh, you work with kids? I love that. That's cute. That's cute." So Huda told Iris, yeah, I think Huda told Iris that she wasn't officially closed off yet with Jeremiah, even though the guys did was telling the ladies, like, "Listen, they it seems like they're in a marriage or something like that, but whatever." But she said she would exploit the cracks of the relationship. She was after Jeremiah. She was. She definitely was after that guy. So Pepe and Hannah talk, and Hannah told her she's studying to be a doctor. I said, that's cute, girl. And he locked eyes at Hannah. Hannah's the type of person, because he did say he was interested in Sierra and Hannah. But he wasn't really making that much connection with Sierra like that. But she's still exploring, said Charlie's her couple and whatnot. Right? So Nicholas and Iris talk, and he says he is her type. I said, okay. Sierra's pressed because she up here zooming in that conversation. She was very pressed. I said, Sierra, calm down, girl. If you solid with Nick, and it is what it is. You know the bombshell is you was a bombshell yourself. So I don't understand why you so pressed now. Now you're in a couple that you don't know how this game is. The bombshell had to come in and do what they had to do because they came in the same reason as you came in to find love, right? So they had to shake it up, just like you shook it up, girl. That's how Bella got off, and everybody was up here, up in arms, trying to fight and try to petition for Bella. For what? Bella was given, and I still gonna stand by that. She wasn't given. So Nick said he like to be open. He like to be travel. He like the spontaneous relationship. He's like spontaneity. And Sierra's relationship before was a long distance. So Sierra was walking past the girl like he wanted Nick to see her, being impressed. It's like, oh girl, hope he ain't watching me walk away, like kind of like that. And Jeremiah Huda is talking, and it's what Jeremiah Huda is telling Jeremiah, you're not stepping up, and you're not doing much. You ain't doing much. Step up, do more like the other guys. You're not planning on dates for me. You ain't doing other stuff. And I said, because to be honest, I don't feel like he may like you, but I don't think he's really feeling you that much that you feeling him as more. I feel like Huda was feeling Jeremiah way more than he was feeling her. That's what we're seeing. Now I know he could say what he want to say about, oh yes, he still like Huda and this is that. That's the type of girl he likes. So I said, fine, you could say that. We as a viewer seeing you seems inauthentic. You don't seem genuine. And Huda, that the fact that you use it so gun ho about this guy so quickly, you don't even know him like that. That's what I'm saying. The physicality y'all was doing each other is what clouding your judgment. It was clouding your judgment. So you're not doing pressure. What's this? You forget to do the small things. You doing the bare minimum. Make a breakfast by the bare minimum. You're not doing much. Step it up. I said, so if you're not doing much, why are you so gun ho about him? Because the reason why he's not doing much, it wasn't much for him to do in regards to you. I want people to start waking up and open their eyes. Like, it's not much for him to do. And that's the real world. Will you make it that easy for a guy? What more they gonna do? They ain't no pressure to do for you. It's so easy for them. It's so easy. So if he's not stepping up, then you maybe just pull back a little bit and let him step up and see how he is. But no, but you want to smother. Y'all want to be closed door. Y'all want to lock each other down so quickly. Nobody can get a chance with y'all behinds. You put a hooky on his freaking neck to mark the territory. We will get to that point and all that. So what? Y'all ready closed door? So he don't have to do much. So all that telling him to step up is irrelevant at this point. It's irrelevant because if you want him to do that, you should let him do that, right? Laundry and Jalen talk, and he said from small town. He said when he minute walked in, she caught his eye. He was gunning for that. He's a countryman, and she loved country boys, so she knows like, oh, this is her type. And America knows that I love country boys, so it's like she gonna see how this goes, and that's what it is for the connection. It maybe make put fire in Figure Taylor behind because he seemed like he's sitting on ice, and he's not sitting on a fire and wake his behind up and go on the pressure. He just he be a little cool, relaxed because that laundry got nobody else but him. So he's sitting back like he got this in the bag because he don't have to do any much because ain't nobody else that she's gonna for because nobody else is a countryman like him. So he's in his eyes. He looks like he could be relaxed, but not. You can't be relaxed if they bought somebody else's country boy just as much as you, a gentleman, a nice guy, and whatnot. So Ace is telling the guys to kill and lock them in the ladies. She said she likes Taylor, but they're not closed off yet. But he's okay. So Pepe and Maya talk. Maya says she's Dominican. She's the oldest of the siblings, but they all fall apart in ages. And he said he go to Spain a lot to see his family. And I said, that's cute. And he says he talks Spanish and Cuban. I said, all right. So Jeremiah. So Jeremiah said he's fine to talk to Iris. He wants to get to know her and whatnot. Even though, he had a relationship with his Huda, he don't mind talking to Iris and get to know her. At least to do that. All right. So Huda and Jeremiah talk, and she said, do she have to worry about you? So do I have to worry about you? Because what? You talking to this girl. Then she said, do I have to worry about you and everything? Do outside the villa that she was whispering with him and said, do you want to share your location? Do you share your location? Jeremiah said, no. You got to trust. And to be honest, it's like, yes, I know some people have this thing about sharing location and sharing each other phones. Like me, you're not checking my phone. You got to trust me or not? Like, nobody trusts my phone because, like, I had an issue with people around. Now, people trying to get on my thing. I have like this thing now when I do taxes. I have to put a PIN number now. No, I can't trust people. But trust your partner. But some people say, no, you got to share your location. Now, with me, if I'm in a relationship with someone, yes, I would like my partner to know where I'm at and vice versa. So something happen, you can find me. So, yes. So it's all about the relationship you are. It doesn't make you, it's just no right and wrong answer. You just got to find out what works for your relationship. So y'all let me know. Y'all feel like y'all be the person who will share your location with your partner. Taylor was handsy. I don't know what Taylor was handsy for. Taylor was handsy with something. But Huda got breakfast from Jeremiah. He made her some pancakes and whatnot. And there was no protein. I said, oh, good, make your own breakfast. So you're going to be that, I'm thinking, picky. So it was no protein. The pancake was there. And the pancakes were not cooked all the way. He didn't cook the pancakes fully. So she was off about that. And then it said he's not doing this triangle with Shelly and Orsa. He said he know where his home at and you know where he at. So I said, okay, man. So Aisha Shelly do yoga. Shelly liked the ideas. She liked the dates. So she said she likes that he put making creative ideas and whatnot. And Jeremiah hooked and was talking. That's when we start seeing more cracks in the foundation of the relationship because it was like, at this point, y'all two, they didn't giving us anything. Y'all act like y'all this perfect closed off couple and whatnot. And you know, it's interesting. Y'all thinking what y'all doing that, it makes us as the view as that this is the relationship that we want to see win. No, no. Because a lot of us who watch the show feel like when someone closes off so quickly in a villa like that, it's usually is red flags. Because that's in the real world when you move so fast. Now people move fast relationships before, and sometimes it works, but it doesn't always work. So whatever your timeline is, your timeline. But make sure it aligns with someone that you with. If they feel the same timeline as you, and then the alignment it works, it works. But if it doesn't work, the red flags will hit you hard. It's gonna be coming faster than you think. So when somebody moving so quickly, like last season, Aaron and Kayla, they barely much was only connected with each other. Now, yes, Kayla was entertaining other guys, but she always had Aaron on her back, her number one. Aaron vice versa. Or for him to flip on her when he came to Casa Moore and turned the whole flipped. Wild out. Did the most. Like you love Barmer and Kayla was always taking her back. To come to the reunion, he still was lying and doing all this stuff. So I said, girl, what's the point? And you forgave him so easily all the damn time. You forgave him. He had to do much. He could bat his little eyes out and looking at you, and you just fall. Oh, I guess they're mad again, man, because he just said this and say that. And did they win? No. And what happened? They closed off so early. Usually, the people who closed off come from people who've been watching the show, and I've been watching the reviews, telling us that they usually don't win the show. So the fact that y'all think y'all was doing this and y'all gonna make us like y'all because y'all closed door, y'all found love. Yeah, do your process how you want to do your process, but y'all do yourself the service by closing yourself off so early and not letting anybody make connections. Because when it comes down to the wire, when you need to be saved and everything and whatnot, you have nobody and nobody gonna save you. Oh, but we'll get to the last episode in a minute because, baby, that was something. You're going to have nobody. So you got nobody but yourself to blame because y'all closed yourself up. Y'all didn't make no connection. Nobody don't want to deal with you now. Say all that to say. The fact that they think that that's what it is and realize that, hoping when they get out the villa and get their phones back, they realize people not really rocking with Jeremiah Hutter like that either. When you see the percentages in the voting, it's very low when it comes to this though, between them. Even though they found each other so early. I'm just saying. I don't get too happy when people close doors so early in the video like that. No, I don't. But if you're gonna close off, at least wait till like more to the halfway point, like the fifth or like they 6 weeks, like the fourth or fifth week, then you should know by now you should be closed off because that's get close to the end of the villa experiment. Like Sierra Cordell, they was locking each other for a little bit, but they were still exploring other people. But they know they was always come back to each other. And then they had that little hit, they had that little trouble, but they came back to each other. And then they closed off when they came time to close off. So that's what it is. They would did that way. Then people would say, you know what? We like you, Jeremiah Hood. Y'all took it slow. Y'all did this. Y'all did a strong connection. Even y'all had the strongest connection. But no, they say, close. Move on. That's my soapbox on that. Say, so your food's not cooked properly. And Hood had an issue that Jeremiah didn't help him with breakfast. I said, Jeremiah was standing right there. Instead of you asking him to help you with breakfast, or he should order that. No, I said, listen, everybody not mind me this. Y'all need to get off of that thing that, oh, you know me, you should know what I think. No. If you want something, say something. That avoids a lot of arguments. That avoids a lot of hurt. That avoids a lot of misconceptions. If y'all talk. But the problem is people don't like to talk. They like to hide things in, hold it in, and think that the person should know what you're thinking. I mean, if we all were psychics, we wouldn't have been having no issues getting in relationships and knowing what's going on. Because we could say, oh, this, that. Oh, I know this, that, that. And I would be booed up by now if we were psychics and know everything. So you ask Taylor. So if you want Jeremiah to help, you should ask Jeremiah to help you. And at this point, Jeremiah didn't even know that, because he was making tea or something like that. Jeremiah didn't even know that Huda asked Taylor to help him make breakfast. But you get mad at him for didn't help you. Okay. Now, she upset that he laughed at things. Because I said, Jeremiah always been like that. Every time you have a conversation, he always joke things off. Like, I don't know if when the conversation gets too serious and too uncomfortable, he likes to laugh it off. But he does that for most of the time in your relationship. So you have all this stuff, all this reservation about him, all this, but yet you still was closed off on him. He's still your love. He's still all that. I say you moving so quickly for someone who has a child, girl. You should be a little bit extra cautious. So he got pissed. She left him, standing right there. So at this point, they told us that America has to vote who they want the bombshell to couple up with. I said, oh, child, but we didn't get to that point yet. So Jeremiah talked to Charlie and Nicholas about him and Huda. Iris and Jeremiah talk, and she loved to play chess. He loved to read. He's a competitive Uno player. I said, oh, that's cute. And he said he wanted to get to know him, but interested in it and don't want to overstep. He said he appreciate that. So Pepe and Sierra talk. And they went to Pepe told her he's a retired pro basketball player. I said, okay, for 6 years. But now he owns a gym and he has after school program. So Nicholas is not happy with the talk because he really knows that Sierra's a runner that he's interested in. So it was like, So Austin is teaching Taylor and Andrea meditation. So Landry was like, it's nice that he did this, but he's genuine, or he do this because Jenna is here. I say, hey, that's a $1 million question. Is it Taylor really interested in you and genuine in it and trying to get to know you, or he's just doing it to keep you around? Now, I do feel like he does like the girl, but do he really in tune with her like that? I don't know. Iris and Ace talk marriage, and they say the ideal goal, what's the ideal goal for marriage and everything. Ace and Iris has been talking a lot that, and he's really for her. He was shocked because normally Iris not the type of girl he would go after, but he was shocked at the conversation about they having. So Shirley likes Ace. She likes the open dates. She likes the things that is doing intentional things that he has been doing. She loves that. Austin makes her feels good, and they cuddle and they talk. Ace was excited when new people coming in. So now she's like Taylor back and say, oh, why are you so excited? Like, I need to see, is he really playing a game or he's really into me? Like, what's going on? So it said flirty and conversationalist. That's what she likes with Austin and everything. So Huda said, again, she was talking to Amaya and said, Jeremiah's not doing enough. And she would leave Jeremiah if he don't step it up for him. I said, you saying all this, girl. She's not going to beg him. I said, you have been doing a lot of begging. You have been like gun home. That's what I'm saying. If you didn't make him work for it, it wasn't much for him to do. So if you feel like you shouldn't have to beg him, you have to do this and step it up, then why are you pressuring it so hard? Let it go. Connect with other people. But no, at this point, you can't connect with nobody because nobody going to connect with you because you locked in with Jeremiah and everybody say, oh, we backing off. So Jeremiah was told by Nick and Taylor that she asked Taylor to help her with breakfast. And he said, what? And he did not know that. So I asked Austin, what's your freaking, I guess, favorite sexual position like he like to do? And he said he loved the bounce and he loved the classic cowgirl. So Iris and Nicholas talk and they compliment each other, they talk to each other, and then they thought thought he was a feeling. I always thought that Nicholas was not feeling her because Nicholas has this like rested bitch face. Now, you know when you people think you angry and mad, but no, it's just like that's how you are. You're not really angry, mad. It's just maybe your face look mean. So they thought he had that, and comfortable with him. Sierra really likes Nicholas, so she's kind of bothered by Iris trying to talk to her man, and she don't want that to let it go. She like that connection they have and whatnot. So Pepe and Sierra talk. Um, he likes her way more than he thought. He wants a girl like Sierra. Because I said, what girl like you? Like I said, girl like you. I said that'll answer the question. What type of girl do you like, and what kind of girl you want? It's like don't say it's girl like me. That's not a compliment. I like okay. So what is girl like me? What is it? I said I don't know. People feel it Pepe, and I said Pepe is not really saying much. When you hear his conversations, he barely give. Just like Charlie wasn't giving that much either. That's why I was a lot with him in the beginning. Because all he wanted to do was kiss. Hannah does the same thing too. And y'all think she's very deep. I don't know why. And it's just as much as that. That's what Charlie and Hannah got connected so well because they just all they was doing was kissing. They wasn't really making much connection like that or in much of conversation. I mean, of course, we don't get to see every conversation they have, but the basic conversation they did have, it wasn't much to go by, but other than leading to the kiss. So Jada and Laundry talk. They get connected, and he kissed on the cheek. A will not. And she likes Jada, and she likes Taylor. So we're gonna see how that goes, and to make the best man win, I guess. So Iris and Ace talk, and she said she had three relationships. One was puppy love, one was toxic, and one taught her how to love. I said it's cute. She learned from each one of the guys she been with, and she said she hate dinner dates. Don't give me no dinner dates, no ma'am, no ham, no bacon, the cheese. Don't give me no dinner date. I don't like that, Miss Ma'am. Do other things. I like the adventurous type of things, I like amusement parks. Be going on rides and everything, but don't do dinner dates. I said, I know that's right. I know Ace was happy. He said, "Oh, champ, I'll check was good." So now he said this is the first time in his villa. He don't know his game plan. He's stuck. I said, "Oh, so Iris came in to make you get stuck, huh?" Okay. So Hannah and Pepe talk. So this is why I was like bothered me why she was crying so freaking damn much, like he was going away from war or something like that when he got eliminated. But Helen and Pepper talk, and she was in Speakeasy, and their conversation it was lackluster as always, but it came to the point they got a steamy hot kiss to the point that she straddled him and they was kissing down. Now Charlie at this point now he started getting worried. And now he's in his mind about Hannah because that's his only connection he has. And now he's like, what is going on? Like she got to kiss him. So Shelly said, listen, don't let her get worked up. Don't let no other guy bother you and work you up. Don't let him bother you unless she tell you it's something to worry about. But he has an intuition that she was. Because I said the reason why he had intuition that she was going to do that because she was doing that to you. That was kissing. Like that. So at this point, this is a thing, and she's willing to open. This a connection she did, and then she gonna turn around, act like she just not what she wanted. I said, "Girl, Hannah, stop it." So Nicholas, I think he was joking a little bit. He said, oh boy, you got lipstick on your lips and whatnot." And Austin, as a normal Austin he did, he went to tell his friend. Austin heard, and he told Charlie that Hannah and Pepe kissed or something like that. So we found like Hannah made up the same place as figured she made up with Charlie. I said, oh, she loved to speak easy. Speak easy, kiss easy. And that's like, so Hannah and Charlie talk and they kiss. He's not tripped out about the kiss. I said, yes, you were. But okay, you try to play it off. But he's intrigued by the talk they have and whatnot. Also, put it back subconsciously from Shelly. And all he hears about is ace this, ace, ace, ace. I said, so you put it back subconsciously. The reason why you told about ace so much is because you're not doing much. So step it up, man, if you really want Shelly. But whatever. So Shelly said, listen, every time I told the ace, Austin, he always feel defeated. Like I can't always try and reassure him. Like, you need to step up and be a man and let me know and do something about this. Because I can't always console you and try to lift you up every time you feel defeated. It's like, boy, man up. Somebody applying pressure to the girl, you step up and apply pressure. He was exhausting me. Exhausted her, exhausting me. Exhausting all of us. So Huda and Jeremiah talk, and she got upset because he talked about the status to Iris and said, what's the status between her and Jeremiah? She said, don't you never talk to no other B about my wife's status. I don't know what the hell you talking about. Don't ever do that to another. I said, what the hell is all that? He had to let the little girl know that, listen, we are together, we not closed off, and that's my strongest connection. Like, he had to tell Iris that, like he told other girls that, like he told other guys that. So I don't understand why you so pressed that he told Iris this. And she always go hard on the new girls that come in that after Jeremiah. Until they're not a threat to her anymore. Then she get all nice and with them. Poor girl, bye. So Ace and Shelly talk. He said he's open to explore the connection with Shelly, but he also exploring the connection with Iris. And Shelly said, girl, boy, what is it? What do you want? Because now, what's happening? She was bothered. She was a little bothered by what he said. He said, I ain't going to say it bothered me because you have been coming after me. Now that she just came in now, she has your eye and whatnot. So it's not making me feel good. And especially when I'm battling between you and Austin. What is it? So you got to let me know. So hello, Jeremiah. Same as always. But I think this time she humped on him. She straddled him. And I think they had sex. So she did say they had sex at that night. And I think that's the time she put the hickey on his neck. And I don't think he wasn't here for that hickey. He didn't like that. He didn't like it at all. But Charlie and Iris talk. And before bed. And Hannah was waiting. She was waiting. It's like, am I sitting here? Do he see me? Like, he talking to this girl right in front of me, do he see me? But I said, girl, this is the whole connection, right? Y'all supposed to explore, right? Y'all in the bed. He's in the bed with you. Like, he can't talk to her. But she was waiting there. She was fuming because he was talking to Iris and he was talking to her like that. I said, oh, Hannah, you getting your feelings? Goodbye. So Huda told Jeremiah, she said she loved Jeremiah again. Love you, girl. Love you, boy. Bye. I said, love you exactly again. So who always loved Barman? He may have, but you doing the same thing too, girl. This is the second time we catch you on camera and say love you. So Charlie and Iris had this strong energy between each other. I said, oh, really? So Hannah about to crash out because he pulled her. He pulled her. I'm about to crash out because he pulled her. I said, Hannah, calm the F down. Because a night before, you were tonguing freaking Pepe down. And now you want to crash out because he talking to Iris? Girl, bye. Feel like he do it as a get back. He may have been doing it to get back. But this is part of the game, right? If your connection is strong, it doesn't matter. He will get back to you. He may could have done it as a get back. Because sometimes men are petty like that. You did this, I'm going to do this to you. So Alondra and Taylor talk, and she feel like Jalen and Alondra approach to her is differently. So Taylor got to step it up. Step it up. So Hannah and Charlie talk, and they said it's been an ego war. It's like an ego war between these two, and they need to be respectful for each other. I said be respectful. So now they had this game called Got Wood. The guys is a challenge. Paige Desboro was the host. The boy had to climb the tree, then to pick the question about someone else, spray the guy who they think the question relies to, and then that guy get to choose the person they don't the person who got picked. We get the person who will do the humping on them to cut the axe, and then they gotta pick the person who do the wheelie, the wet log, and then they gotta pick the beaver to go in the back in a room and do what you want to do in the room, if nobody can see. So Austin, the boy who want to ask for the villa, he said Jeremiah. Jeremiah and Maya do the little humping thing. He ride along with Shelly, and he kissed Alondra because like Alondra and Austin was like good buddies. So it was like she said, I don't know why I couldn't kiss him, but they kissed a little bit. And I said, oh, maybe she did a little pat, get a pat hug. This is a pat, Kenya, get a pat. Do a little pat. Oh, Wi-Fi want to act up more or something. Hold up, y'all. The symbol's acting up. So, like, you could have just put it in the back and just a little hug. Or just playing around. But they kissed. Child. Taylor said, who you think is bored in a couple? They picked Ace. Of course, he was bored. He was bored. So, the cabin, Taylor had Sierra. So, you know, they kissed down. No, they kissed down. They was playing around. He said, oh, Taylor. They was basically playing around. They didn't do no kissing or like that. They was playing around, making it seem like something was happening. So Nicholas was saying, who are you pinning? Who you think he's pinning for someone else? Ace. He picked Ace. Then Iris did the little thing on him, on Ace, on Nicholas. And then Nicholas picked Alondra. You know, Alondra is a hot commodity so far because it's the second time twice in a row she got picked, right? Picked the kiss at the Sierra. Second time she got picked. So Nicholas and Alondra kiss because you know Nicholas likes Alondra low key, but don't pick her. But he likes her a little bit. So Jeremiah, he says, "Who got no split of hope with a couple?" Of course, he picked Ace, and then in a cabin is Alondra, and Jeremiah went for it. He went there. I said, "Damn, this is the third time Alondra get kissed." I said, "Damn." I said, "Girl, give her lips a break." So Jeremiah went in, thinking Huda was watching. She saw it. Cause they got the door open, and I guess he opened the door. I guess he wanted her to see it, something like that. Whatever. They was doing a lot. And I said, "Oh, child," but she wasn't pissed off because of the laundry. I said, "Oh, no." So you're not pissed off with laundry kissing your man, but you was pissed off with the new bombshells doing it. Especially supposed to be respectful, right? So Ace went. Who do you think should be cut down in size? He picked Oh, I don't know who he picked because they went straight to the wet willy after that. That's what I'm saying. He didn't try or shook it up. That's what I'm saying. None of y'all really shaking it up the table and try other connections. But yet, y'all so bothered about Huda and Jeremiah closing off so early. Now, granted, they closing off so early. It's a problem. It's an issue at some point. But that's how they want to do the experiment, whatever. But doesn't mean that we going to vote for them. Doesn't mean they're going to win. However, just like Bella didn't explore her connection with Fick and Taylor. Like, none of y'all was really stepping on everybody's toes, exploring the collection, but y'all keep saying y'all was exploring. What y'all was doing? Nick, try it. But I think Nick know that Alondra is not his type because she like country men, and he's not a country boy. But he could at least try. So they didn't show who the guy he picked. I don't remember. But he did have the Iris with the wetwood kiss. And then Alondria. I said, dang, what Alondria with this challenge? I said, damn, it's the fourth time somebody picked her. The fourth. And Alondria said, damn, she's. I said, I don't think like that was rigging. I said, they rigged that thing. They know what Bieber was to pick. And they kept picking Alondra. Because I said, come on now, can you pick somebody else? He couldn't pick Shelly. So Jalen Branch, he said, who we want to branch out of the couple? They feel like Jeremiah. And then, Jalen and Huda did their little humpy thing. And then Jalen kissed Amaya in the cabin. I said, fine. So Pepe said, who has no chemistry with their partner? They said, Austin. Then he did a wet log with Hannah. And then he cabin kissed Iris. I said, okay, cool. And what was the last person? Charlie. Stiffest competition. Of course, he picked Pepe. And the wet log, he showed out. He wanted to show out in front of Pepe to let him know that he's here. I am here. So he was going down with Hannah. And then cabin kissed Sierra. It's like that. I didn't after the kiss. Who picked up? I think Nick picked up Alondra after he kissed her and then spat her little butt, little booty and everything. I know. That's why you better pack the booty. So the guys and the girls talk separately. And Jeremiah said he didn't want to shy away from the challenge because before he was that doing so, and he's not doing that anymore. So I like Huda did not care that Alondria and Jeremiah kissed. I said I was shocked because all the other time you was pressed. Because probably Alondria is not going after men. That's why you was not impressed about it. So Nicholas felt like her behavior was over the top. It felt like she had to trust, so she want to crash out. Oh no, he felt over the top. Jeremiah said he had to trust that she won't crash out in the outside world because he said while she was acting at the challenge this time, like that's how she is. Do you want a girl like that? Nicholas was like, come on now, this Huda was doing too much with the challenge, watching and doing all this extra stuff and saying that it's too much. He said, no, I trust her enough that she won't do that outside of the world. I said, oh, you better hope so. You better hope so. So Jada said he wanted to fight for Alondra, and he gave a quick kiss on the cheeks like that. So Paper and Hannah talk, and they kiss. She said she will kiss whatever chance she gets. As long as I'm in the villa, I will kiss whoever I want, and what you gotta say, I'm not mad. But okay, girl, stand on it. So Charlie and Maya talk, and Amaya's cool with Hannah. Now Charlie wants to explore the connection with Amaya, and she felt like this is kind of messed up that you want to try to explore with me now. You just doing that as a get back, whatever, because you scared and whatnot. So she said, no, I'm cool with Maya. Like, keep in mind, she said that. She said, she's cool with Maya, and it's tricky. They connect with each other, and they try to each other. And she starts to cry, and she want to do it to the friend and whatnot. So Maya told Hannah about that. She think it was a very impulsive. It could be an impulsive move that he did because he was feeling that he had to lock in with someone because he might lose Hannah to Pepe. So that's that. Alondra told to Taylor. She told him what they talked about, and told him he kissed her on the cheek. And she said she wants someone to stimulate her mind because he's the second time he was trying to come in for a kiss and everything. I said maybe he wanted to, like you said, you were physical, you like physical things, and he being respectful. He asked you and everything. You say okay, If you didn't want to kiss, you just say no. We can do a hug. So Hannah said with Pepe, it's mostly surface level. But I said, okay, it's a surface level because I think your relationship with Charlie is surface levels too. But okay, girl, you can go by and say what you want to say. It's like, she feel like she fed up. And she said Charlie's more romantic spark and Pepe is more surface level. I said, I can't tell. But whatever. A said Iris talked, and she said she loved nerds, and he kind of like a little nerd himself. As she said, she gravitated towards him. At this point, that we see a lot of connections before America voted that Iris and Ace could be at least matched up with each other. Even though I feel like people still want Ace to really rock with Shelly, like that. So Hannah went to apologize to Charlie. It felt like he felt like he was losing her. She would apologize to him. She's good with him. And she don't want to kiss no one else. I said, so you was here for the experiment. You was here for the process. This is who you are. And now all of a sudden, now you want to lock your thing with Charlie. And you feel bad because how you moved. Say, girl, this is what you wanted, right? You need to test your connection. You need to explore your connections. Everybody needs to test it. Y'all all trying to be safe and not rock the boat. No, rock the shit. Rock it now. So you won't be surprised when Casamore come. And we know Casamore is coming up really soon. It's episode 14. It might come like little 4 or 5 more episodes. It's gonna come back. It's gonna come. Casamore gonna happen. We're gonna really see what's going on. What's up. And I hope they bring some good bombshells in both sides. Please, no Bella. But it seems like to me, something about me on my spirit feel like they might bring her back. I don't know why, but people always want her back, and they don't get her phone back yet. I don't know what that means. But please, if she gonna come back, she needs to step it up. If she gonna come back and be that the girl like she was before, which it was not wrong. I ain't blame her for that. But if you gonna hold on to it. But you know this type of show is not for it. However, don't be no girl that play it safe either. Rock the boat. I'm gonna see your relationship challenge. And see what it is, because a lot of y'all being safe right now. It's aggravating. So I said, okay, you want to kiss somebody else? Because after you got the blowback on you, girl, wow. So Hood and Jeremiah talk and about the challenge. Whatever. Amiana come. I said, go ahead, Amiana, you better come, girl. Check this up. She told me that the recoupling is about to happen. They're going to do something different than they did before. America voted who the bombshell they want the bombshell to be coupled up with. So three couples will be breaking up, and 3 people will be single and vulnerable. They was like, what? What? They were shocked. America voted. I said, yes, America voted. Now we're going to see how you going to really see how America felt about y'all and whatnot. So they voted. Jaden Alondra, that was no brainer. That was no brainer. She's a country man. She like country boys. So that's the only obvious choice. So that's no brainer. Pepe went Hannah. Connection with Pepe had with Hannah. It is what it is. People still like Sierra and Nick together, so they didn't break it up. So Pepe, Hannah was doing like kissing him with Pepe. I guess it was a natural thing. But the shocking thing is with Iris. America voted and they want Iris to be with Jeremiah. And Huda, everybody was shocked. They all were shocked. They said, what? So you think because y'all locked in and y'all was this couple and y'all was this or that and everybody y'all need to get out because we locked in, why y'all hating, why y'all mad? And America voted y'all didn't want y'all together. America shook y'all and then Huda make it seem like it was freaking Jeremiah's decision. Especially when it followed the crash out. We're gonna talk about the crash out in a minute because that's what y'all here for. She act like it was his decision. No, it was America's decision. Now, what he did afterward, I do agree. He should have checked up on her. But other than that, America voted. Now I was shocked because America seen how Ace and Iris was connecting. However, I think they still want Ace to be with Shelly. So they said the only option show they want to break up the freaking Jeremiah and Huda shit. They want to break it up. And now Huda realized that America might just be seeing something. And Jeremiah was upset. They said America don't know shit. And I said, Jeremiah, you better calm down. Because you know at the end of the day, who votes for winner? Who vote for the winner? Y'all tell me in the chat. Who vote for the winner? We. We do. We do. So you might not calm, hype down. We broke up now. That means y'all act like y'all was this it couple. Everybody love y'all. No, y'all got the rude awakening. We don't lock with y'all. And y'all look at the app, anything, people don't really lock with Jeremiah and Huda like that. They say, listen, that's how they want to do the experiment. That's their little experiment. Why y'all mad? They say that. But at the same time, they also say they don't rock with y'all like that. They don't really like Huda. They don't really like Jeremiah. And when you look at the percentages in voting, people vote Huda really low. So she gonna get a little awakening when she get out the villa and realize that people was not rocking with her like that and thinking that her actions were so cute. It's not. And also maybe, like Alondra said, work her eyes up, and maybe Jeremiah's probably playing game and not being genuine like he said he is. Y'all need to go through this. And I'm glad y'all going through this now before Casamar came. Whatever. So everybody left together with Shelly Austin, Asa Maya, and Sierra Nicholas. Right? So Taylor and Charlie and Huda are all single and vulnerable. And now, it's another twist. Not only did America have to vote, they also, the Islanders had to vote the person, one of the Islanders off. The Islanders had to vote one of those three to go home. Somebody said, no, we don't want to do that. No, we don't do it. Can we do something else? We don't want to. Everybody had tear eyes. Ace looking at Maya like this. Everybody's crying. But Ace wasn't crying. A lot of people was crying. They didn't want to do it. They was real shocked. They felt defeated. They said, oh my God, we don't want to do this. No, don't make us. Don't make us. I was like, cut the hell off. I said, what the fuck y'all going? I'm like, y'all know the game. Y'all, I don't know. Did y'all watch last season? It was always twisted turns when it comes to this voting. Do y'all know it's not always your choice all the time? This is your choice now to see who y'all get to go home. And they did this before. So, which one of y'all like to dump? So, here go the votes, right? Sierra voted for Charlie. Okay. Nick voted for Huda. I said, good. Let's get Huda out. That's it. They get Huda out. Austin picked Taylor. Baby, when Austin picked Taylor, you know the look that Shelly gave them and Alondria? He knew he effed up. He knew he effed up. He knew. Because why would you pick Taylor? What Taylor did to you for you to pick him? And I just feel like Huda and Jeremiah have a strong connection. And I just do. Just stop slow talking and stand up, boy. Bye. Fuck out of here. Y'all all aggravating me. This is the point I started getting aggravated. So I was like, let's go. Now, you picking Taylor, right? Really? You could have picked Huda and Huda would have been home. Because it would have saved us the crash out that we went to see the next episode. And y'all think that was entertaining? No, that was a fucking annoying. I'm saying that right now. Her crash out was annoying. It's not entertaining at all. Not. We don't mind the drama and crash out, but let it be entertaining. No, her crash out was freaking annoying and troublesome. It wasn't healthy. We don't mind a healthy crash out. Now, the healthy crash out we see last season, Serena went off on Cordell. That was a crash out. But that was a toxic. That was very entertaining. People was up for it. Here is a different crash out. It's very disturbing. It sucked the energy at the villa, and people are scared and worried. 2 crash outs. One was entertaining, and one was troublesome. And Hutter was not entertaining at all. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can say what y'all want. I don't care. Y'all keep that yourself. I don't care. But we will talk about that. Shelly picked Charlie. Hey, Queso, how you doing, boo? What's up? Ace picked Hutter. Amaya. Remember, Amaya said her friend this, her friend that. Mind you, Hannah just told you how her and Charlie is and how they're working out and everything. You was there. You got your friend, right? You want her to have your connection, right? But you only vote your way because the impulsivity that he had trying to connect with you. And that's the only way why you voted him off. Amaya picked Charlie. And Hannah said, oh! Everybody started. I know, no, stop it. You ain't sorry, bitch. You ain't sorry. Stand on your decision. You did that on purpose. I don't know why you didn't have to pick no Charlie. If that was your bestie, that was your friend, you should have kept Charlie there. Her ass you in home. Or if you want to be politic, you could have just picked Taylor for the sake of it and tied it up and see what happens. Nobody probably went home. Unless it would be a tiebreaker kind of deal. I mean, I didn't say nothing about no tiebreaker deal. So what would happen? It was a tie. But no, she picked Charlie to send Charlie home. Now Charlie said, I was just so sorry. Said, no, don't do it. No. I said, damn, what the fuck are we seeing? Are we watching telenovela? But whatever. So he gave his speech towards Hannah. Hannah started crying hysterically. And it was like, oh my gosh. So Charlie's going home. I said, all right. Hannah said it's not fair. I said, I don't know. You better be mad at freaking your girl. Your girl voted him off. Your girl voted him off. And freaking Austin picked Taylor. So I don't know why the hell he picked her. So she cried way too hard. So he said, listen, if you're not coupled up, Charlie talked to Hannah. He said, listen, if you're not coupled up, when you get up this filler and you not booed up, I can come visit you. Or you come visit me. We could do something like that. We could try to make this work. Because he feel her. I said, oh, that's cute. That's nice. Let's see how that's open. How it goes. So Nick asked Austin, why do you pick Taylor? He said, because I think that Jeremiah has a good strong connection. It was so fast. It's a quick decision. I just don't know. And oh my gosh. So Nick and Ace are going back and forth with Jeremiah. Now, everybody online saying Nick is a follower. I say, I don't think Nick is a follower. I think Nick and Ace they have the same mindset. But they both is calling it out between what's comes to Huda and Jeremiah. And also, I don't, like I said today, I don't care. Nick is not a follower because today's episode, we see who he chose and we see what Ace chose. Yes, that was deep low eyes because I was annoyed. I was very annoyed. And they say you closed off. She put the hook in your neck so nobody could come to him and say, oh, you got a good, and she put a hickey on your neck? Oh, no, I don't mess with you, no. No, I don't want to deal with you. You got a hickey in your neck? Boy, bye, no. I'm done. No ma'am, no ham, no bacon and cheese. I don't got time for you. No. So you do that, and he said, I don't give a damn. I said, no, I don't know why y'all so upset. I said, yeah. They don't have to be bothered and pressed about your relationship. They shouldn't. Like today. Yes, but at the same time, you got to understand, and this is the villa, in this experiment, and y'all supposed to explore everything. That's what you're supposed to do. Y'all closed off so early, it's kind of defeat the purpose, and it kind of locked everybody else off of your choices. And then we got to be in the middle of your drama. However, a lot of y'all are doing kind of similar things. It's just not toxic as Huda and Jeremiah, but whatever. It's a decision another day, whatever. I'll talk for another time. It seemed like Jeremiah is scamming. They're scamming, bro. It's just scamming. So long as you told Huda, said, open your eyes. You give your all to a man too soon. Maybe a man could try and tell you to open your damn eyes, girl. Ortiz is pissed, and he wished he wouldn't have made a different move. I said, oh, blame yourself. Blame yourself. I don't care. Hannah's crying like this guy, freaking Charlie, just went off freaking World War III and then coming back. But I know the emotion was high. So she cried with a picture next to him, their picture next to her on the pillow. So they feel like people, I guess, I feel like the Huda and Jeremiah needs to be tested. And what a test. Because baby, once that America voted, it shook the foundation of their relationship and it cracked it open real quick. And I see, when you move too fast, the cracks happen. Also feel like Nicholas a follower. He is mad. Ace is animated. And also was doing a lot of this when next to Jeremiah. He was sitting next to Jeremiah and talking all that smack and all that shit. All of that. And confront you. You can say, I don't know. I just shut up. So Pepper and Hannah talked. And she said she want to take things slow. I said, oh, you want to take things slow now? You was not straddling him and freaking kissing him tongue down or speak easy, but now you want to take it slow? But he said, he said he want to take it slow now. He said, listen, I know how it was happened. I know it's shook up. So let's take it slow. See how it goes. I'll check up on you and see if you're okay. She likes that. She appreciates that. She see a different side of Pepe. All right. So Ace and Huda talk. He said he felt like y'all been long bombing each other. The long bomb is too much. He said, y'all moving too fast. And it's a red flag. It's a red flag. Now, a lot of people was like, Ace, mind your business. Don't worry about it. I said, but at the same time, Ace was speaking some facts. Yes, he is in anybody's business. I said, well, you should have paid the business to you, Ace, and pick Shelly when you shouldn't have picked Shelly, but you ain't anybody else's business because you miserable for your damn self. So I understand that two things can be true. He's miserable and he shouldn't use his own words and stop playing the game, stop playing around and locking in Shelly like you supposed to be locking her in. And he also could call her out. And she said, I'm going to tell you something, Ace. He said, what? Because, the reason why I was moving like that with Jeremiah and everything, because I am a mom. And they said, okay, I was raised by a single mother. And like I said, that should be a reason why you should have slowed down. Because you don't understand, at the end of the day, you don't want nobody just coming around your child like that. You don't even know. So it should be more reason for you to slow down than move so fast. I don't understand how you're going to use I am a mom. And I said she keep using that as a mom thing to fill people's heartstrings so they can keep her and save her ass. I said, no, I don't care. You being a parent, I know it's hard. I'm not saying it's not hard. I know it's hard. Dating, having children and stuff like that, and dating. However, I am a mom. Right? Get out of here. I know it's hard. But that should not be a reason for you to move fast. And what if your daughter look up to you? If she watches this, and kids gonna tell you the truth. Now, mommy, I see how you crash out on me, and you see, no, you love me, mommy. No, I don't like that, because you doing all that for me, and you see all that. No, I don't hate that. So you should not move fast with Jeremiah. And now look what happened. Look what happened. You almost went home. And Jeremiah had not once checked up on you that night. Not once. And that I agree. He should have checked up on you. Especially y'all was a figure strong connection like y'all claim y'all were. Y'all were. He did that not once. And that also made her pissed off and mad and crash out even more. So were you genuine or not, Jeremiah? I know, granted, he probably was stuck and shocked him to himself. But however, if that was a girl you claimed that you were so all in, you should have at least check up on her, even if you have your own feelings going on and sort things out, and maybe y'all would work things out together. But no, you took this was to me, this was his out. As much as he trying to blame and be pissed off at everybody calling him out and pissed off at America, because America should not be in his business, and I don't give a fuck what America thinks and all that stuff like that. This was a blessing in disguise for him, and he was willing to use this as an out. I think he wanted to get it out, and I think this was an opportunity for him to do so. Even though it make him look bad, but not check him on Huda. Like you say, that was your girl. I said that's a reason for you to slow down, not to go faster. So use a mom doesn't make any sense why you need to move fast with Jeremiah. Get the fuck out of here. I listened to Jeremiah talk, and she want to apologize to him for not checking on apologize to him. Something I don't know what I wrote there. He said I want to apologize, but he should have checked him on her. He did just not check up on her. It's not a good look. You didn't check up on her. Whatever. Ace told him to talk, and Ace will tell her, so you need to step the fuck up. You see what America did? They voted Jaden to Alondria. Now you sit here on about to go home, looking to piss or poor like you freaking stuck in your thumb, like a baby in a bottle. And you're not stepping up. You say you fuck for Alondria, but you're not stepping up and doing nothing. So I said, I don't know what you're doing. You need to do something before Jaden take your girl. So Alondria and Jada, she said she needed it to see if the connection she had with Taylor is better or not. And she wanted to explore. So I said, so Huda accept is Jeremiah has not checked on her line once. I say, yeah, I think he should have. He should have. He should have. Say he's not genuine. I said that could be possible. That could be possible. Because if he said he was so locked in, even if it was troublesome and she almost went home and if the America voted, it wasn't none of your fault. So I think he should have just checked up on her and see how she's feeling. But he didn't do so. So he could be disingenuine because at the end, ingenuine because all that talk about what? And you ever check up with the girl? The ladies told Huda, and this is why I put in my thumbnail that ladies are scared of Huda, because at this point, the ladies telling Huda that no, I think they scared of her when she started crashing out the next day. We're gonna talk about it. The lady said America is a protected Huda. I said, but America want to break y'all up. America protected nobody. America say, listen, yeah, it's probably protected, but like realize they feel like they see Jeremiah for what he really is, and he's not that genuine like he say he is. And at the same time, this closed door relationship y'all having so early, America doesn't see the genuineness. It probably at both ends. So it's not so much that they protected her, it's much to say that they see the bullshit. And she said, what are we not seeing? I said, I don't know, y'all there. So now this probably will seal the deal with Jeremiah and Huda. Huda's in the shower. I don't know who was in the shower next to her. I think it was her laundry or something like that. And She would say, he's a liar. And instead, I can't fuck with him. He's a bitch. He's a bitch that. I had to say the words because that's the effects. He's a bitch that. He's a bitch that, and all that stuff. Now, I don't know about y'all, but most men don't like to be called out their names. Just like a woman don't like to call out, but men definitely don't like to be called out bitch. That's like a turn off in disrespect. When you call them pussy ass nigga, negro, a B, any other source, sassy, femme, those disrespectful words for men. They are. Whether you like it or not. And I'm just being real. Those words, especially with men, like that, they don't like to be called no B or PAN or sassy or femme, none of those feminine kind of quality words. They don't like none of that. So call him all that and he overhears it. That will say the deal. No man want to be around with that. Because I understand you might be hurting shit, but calling me a B and everything, all this mess of everything is messed up. Now, yes, we all agree that he should have checked on you. That was messed up for his part. But the fact that he did it, just let it be known. That's the type of man you're dealing with. Just let that be known. I said, okay, period, finito. We done. But that's excuse your crash out, though. It does not excuse your crash out. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. I don't care what nobody say. So the next morning, the Islanders, the bombshells, got a triple date. So Pepe, Hannah, Alondria, Jalen, and then Iris and Jeremiah. They got up in the morning. They got a text. They had left in the morning. Huda got woke up. Taylor, you see this? They left. I said, girl, what the you waking up being the best expected gadget for? Yes, they left, waking people up. I said, listen, don't wake me up about somebody leaving up the bed and going on a date. I said, okay, and Jeremiah said at this point, he said he's over. It's over with her and Huda. I said, ooh. So she said Jeremiah did her dirty. I said, I don't know why you keep saying Jeremiah did you dirty when America voted for Jeremiah Iris ago. He had to do the experiment. He had to do what he had to do. Now, we do regret that the dirty part is that he did not check up on you at all, which I feel like we all feel the same way. Despite how we feel about your relationship, we all feel the same way. He should have. However, it is what it is. It's done. It's done. What's done? It's done. It's done, girl. Ace date with Shelly. He did a ping pong pancake contest. Whoever won gets free pancakes. Shelly won. She got fed pancakes. So Hannah said she like acts of service. She says it's hard to be vulnerable, hard to be open. He said he wants someone who has drive and ambitions in a partner, and yada yada yada. Jada is giving Alondra a massage. I love massages. Yeah. So she said she raised by a single mom, so it's like it's really hard for her to give her the control and relinquish that control of having a man take the lead and be the man, the provider in the relationship. So it's also soft for her to be vulnerable and soft for a man because she always been raised as a single parent and her mother had to do. I raised by a single mother, so he's like, yes. So she said she want kids, she want a family. He does too, and she said she want 4 kids, 2 kids max, 4 kids max, 2 minimum. She said she might change her mind based on when she have her kids. And they switched it that she gave him a massage. I said, that's cute. But at this point, she thinks that it's all physicality. I said, well, okay. If I want a beach, I would love a beach massage too, shall. Physical not. Ace and Nicholas and Taylor talk. And they said, Taylor, you got no sense of urgency. He does it. He sits there act like it's no sense of he's not stepping forward. He realized another countryman might take Alondra away from him, and he just sitting there like, Taylor, wake up. Huda and Amaya talk, and Huda thinking that Jeremiah had been long bombing her. I said, you have been long bombing him too, so but we're gonna let you have it. She said she didn't like that he has not checked on her. He said he's selfish. He said the B is selfish. Is it gonna take for a miracle for him to win her back? I said it doesn't take much in the first place, so it's not gonna take much now if he come in with his whole proper eyes and trying to deal with you. Yes, he's headstrong, girl. She is headstrong. She listens to what she want to hear. She don't listen to understand. She listens to respond. Huddle is like that. She listens to respond. So she said she always put him first. So I said he's selfish. He does this. He always put him first. He's not stepping up. He's not doing all that. But yet, out of freaking 2 weeks, he's your man. He's your man, but he doesn't do none of that. He's all of that, but he's your man. But you are mom. Jeremiah looking for a best friend. He loves to joke. He said he had been with crazy. She said she had been with crazy people in the past, so she wanted to take it slow and test things. But she decided to get to know him. I said, "Oh, you excited to get to know him? Okay, that's cute." So Austin Shelley, I think, who was that? Austin Shelley talking. He said he don't want to be in this love triangle. I said, boys, bye. You're annoying. That don't be. This stuff don't be. You never told Shelley you kissed Amaya. You never really had to tell her that you had a connection with her like that. So, boys, stop it. If you don't want to be in a love triangle, do something about that. Talk to other girls. F out of here, Austin, because you're annoying us. You're annoying us. Nicholas and Huda, Nicholas Huda talk. He said he's intimidated by Huda a little bit. He said, see, they was closed off too soon and didn't give others a chance. And that was all we were saying. You make her like each other to strong to the point that it's to listen, but y'all felt y'all was closed off. Y'all didn't want to give nobody a chance. Ace and Shelley talk. He does another sneak kiss to her. And she said, you full of it, boy. I said, so couples back and forth. They came back. Huda said, I don't give up. She was New York. I don't give up. You don't give up. You know, New York walk around. Y'all know Favorite of Love. Y'all will go back in the days. And New York was dumped again. She said, I don't give up. You know, I don't give up. And finally, they get in the car, start crying. Oh, New York was tough. She was gold. New York was gold. And our crash out was entertaining, right? Because it wasn't disturbing, but it was entertaining. So she said it's like she's unbothered. I said she's a definition of bothered. That's bothered material and bothered behavior. Try sitting here with your shades on, act like you's not bothered by them walking in. I said, girl, you just so bothered. So Jeremiah talked to the guys. Jeremiah said to Huda that she's cooked. I said, I hope you tell her that. Hope you tell her that, because you saying all this in front and the back, but you just was going argument before them in the past about Huda and say how this is that and whatnot. But now you say it's cooked. So if it's cooked, you better let her know it's cooked. So bombshells talking. Pepe, Jada, and Iris in their own top upstairs talking by themselves. The ladies talk, and then guys was talking, right? And Huda said she had to go to the bathroom. She didn't go to the bathroom. Then she started eavesdropping in the whole conversation. Nicholas did hold Jeremiah to the task and say, you should have checked on Huda. Now, everybody was trying to upset about Nick. I said, listen, two things to be true. Nick still don't like that they closed off with each other. But also, he also didn't like that since Jeremiah was supposed to be this guy, a stand-up guy, and Huda almost going home, you should have checked up on her when you know she was crying and everything. You should have. So at the end of the day, two things could be true. He could still clock it and still want her to go on. That is what it is. So it is eavesdropping. And then she went to tell the lady, she said, F him. And then she say, you're a PN, you're a pussy, you're a pussy, you're this, that. Across the room, loud. The fact that the guys heard her, because they could be they that far apart from each other. So they fall apart for the point that she was so loud they could hear her. Instead of whispering and talk to your girls like y'all all normally do, and they talk to the guys normally do, and y'all don't hear their conversations. But you said P and B so freaking loud, they heard you. And you think calling him that is what? And none of y'all is not saying that to Hood like that. Now the guy saying something to Hood, and Hood is not really mad with the guys like that. But with the ladies, I think she was crash out. They tell her something, but y'all act like y'all scared of her. I want one of y'all girls to really put your foot down. Listen, girl, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. You doing all this crashing out. You doing all that. You making the villa unsafe. You snucking the energy out the villa. You need to stop with your figure antics and crashing out this way because it's not entertaining. We understand you might feel some way, but you going way too much and doing way too and going so hard for no apparent reason. And you don't even know the man, especially if he's being selfish. He didn't check up on you, all this other stuff. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all are freaking scared of this girl. And y'all coddling her behavior and thinking that's cute. And so what if Jeremiah is a little boy and he's not stepping up? So what? To say, yeah, you can say that, but also say, you're not going to be sitting here acting like you was innocent in this either. Because you shouldn't have stepped in and so freaking fall so fucking fast to a guy you barely don't even know, and you didn't let him work for it. You gave him your cookies, you put a hickey on him, you doing all that stuff. I said, girl, you supposed to think about your child first before you try to think about no man first. So at the end of the day, you should have worried about all that before you went so hard on Jeremiah. And now America voted and it just shook your foundation, and now you see how he really moves. So girl, don't sit here and call him a B and all that stuff. You think they're going to make him want to come back to you? No. I wish somebody would tell her that. Go off on her. In a respectful way. But still. But even though if you try to go off on her, she's going to try to make it seem like y'all hating on her and she want to cry down. Girls, bye. You saw how she reacted when Figure Laundry told her slush. She said, girl, we not even pressing. We can talk about it later. You know why you said that in front of everybody? Because I wasn't trying to do that to you. I would never. I said, oh, child. That's why I think the girls are kind of scared because they want to tell her the truth. Because you know she will break down crying and go off on y'all and they want to deal with that. But I said, if this is toxic, this is energy I want to build. Because now she's sucking the energy off and now y'all can't focus on your connections because now y'all got to worry about what the hell she going to do. And Jeremiah move, how Jeremiah move, it's not going to make it any better for the relationship. But now y'all all worry and shocked. So y'all going to be like, God, Hood's coming around. Hood. Why you ain't doing the music with Hood coming around? Like what freaking Amaya was doing. Y'all being like on Maya or great. Last time Maya crash out was least warranted. Now, we did say she need to stop talking on with people. And we didn't like how she went over to Shelly. So we could say that. But her crash out warranted. How you pick her and bait her and switched her like that? Hood lost it. She probably actually mad because yes, you did. She did because she said that sex. I said that's exactly what you're doing. You gave your sex up to her. He must be good and bad because you crashing out very freaking hard. Especially when you say he's selfish. He don't step up. He don't do none of that. You say all that. But that's your man. Yeah. I know why probably they want to say that because they gonna say she gonna probably react and she gonna start crying and break it down and all that stuff and they don't want to do all that. But yet, wait till we talk about this next episode because I said, listen, this is your. She go home, be across the room. Everybody's uncomfortable. Iris said she's uncomfortable and everything. And then you know what? She told the guys go downstairs, open the exploring situation, stressful. Beach date. She said that was a dream date. He took me on my dream date. I said like a beach date is the only date for you, girl. Come on. That was something the production set up. So Ace was trying to warn Jeremiah about her behavior, but she wouldn't listen. She said Iris moved weird. How's Iris moving weird when Iris got put in this situation? Iris was voted to be with Jeremiah. So how she would have moved weird? So she had this issue with women going close to the man that she likes. And I see if people outside see that woman, she put more hate energy towards the woman that she has towards the man. Even that her energy should be towards Jeremiah. So she's not a girl's girl. I said she was voted into this situation. So it is what it is. Jeremiah said, what hurts so much? He said, yes, me and Huda is something, but what hurts so much is the guys. Falling out with the guys. I said, oh, so now we see what you really feel. The guys hurt you on the most thing, the girl that you're supposed to be locked in with so quickly, that you had sex with. Also apologized to Taylor because he said he felt like he betrayed them. Taylor said, it's all cool, man. I said, no, you left it. You said that so quickly. You said, nah, I ain't like how you did that, boy. It might be cool, but listen. Listen. And you supposed to be my girl's close friend and you devoted like that? What if I was going home? How you would feel? I would lay on thick. But he let her go. Jeremiah heard her talk. He apologized. He couldn't be there for her and whatnot. And she said, save it. Save it. What you did was selfish. It's not enough. Don't even bother. She had shit to do with him. Shit to do with him. You not registering what she's saying. And when I say you not even listening to what he's saying either. At the end of the day, yes, Jeremiah, you messed up. You should have checked up on Huda and everything. It does explain her crash out. It doesn't everything, but I think that fueled her going so hard the next day. So at this point, they're going to say it's a recoupling happening soon. I said, damn, that just recoupled recently, and now the next 2 days and everything is another recoupling. So Jeremiah and Huda talking more, and then they continued their conversation because they was in speakeasy. And he said he didn't like be calling a B. He didn't like that. He told her Iris is not his type. He has no regrets. Huda reduced that whole thing to pancakes. I said, how the hell you reduced it to pancakes? It's bigger than pancakes, girl. You reduced it to that? But you don't step it up. That's the whole thing. I said, if he's not stepping up because you didn't give him much to step up to. You gave it up so quickly. Austin and Maya talk. There's a final chance that Austin could explore Amaya. They checked each other. They keep each other in check. They seem like their energy matches a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. He said he's not a backstabber person in high school. So, well, we were so high school. I said, y'all act like high schoolers. But whatever. Pepe and Hannah talk. And they gotta focus on getting to know each other. And they kiss, as always. I said, what else do y'all do? Because y'all ain't been giving nothing. He barely said shit in that conversation, just other than trying to get to know each other. And it took all that for the kiss. Alondria think Jenna is more physical and Taylor's more mental. But it's pulling teeth for him to get more physical. If he's getting mental and he's cool, it's taking more strength to step it up and do more physical. And the only way he's doing that is if you get put pressure and people got to be on him to do so. So, girl, I need you to wake up your eyes and see what's going on. Because that's what I'm saying. We came wait for Castle Morning to happen, and we came wait for movie night. That's the two biggest turning point on the freaking show that people always look for, the movie night. Because you're going to really realize how much he's talking to behind your back of this guy towards you, Alondria. So what? He did a massage. What? So you feel like he's more physical because he want to kiss you on the cheek and he show you that he want the affection. That's something that you say you want, right? You say that you want that, but the guy you like so much is not giving that to you that much. And Jaden only kissing the cheek and nothing else. So girls, don't act like you was doing all that. Like you act like he want to bang you out in the bedroom or something. But he said, I miss you, stink, and whatnot. And she complimented him. He didn't really compliment her back. I said, oh, I miss you, stink. I mean, that's a cute tag name. But what else? All right. She said if Taylor was going home, she was ready to pack her bags to go home with him. So, oh, you ready to pack your bags so Taylor was going home? I said, so you was exploring just like everybody else. So y'all mad that Huda and Jeremiah was closed off and y'all connected with them, but you was ready to pack your freaking bags to go home if he was going to go home? So a lot of y'all are freaking scamming us. All y'all are scamming us in this freaking villa. What y'all exploring? Y'all not doing shit but only locking that one collection you have. Y'all all basically doing it. Yes, he asked her first, and she said, "Okay." If you didn't okay with that, just say, "No, I don't want that." So you ready to pack your bags to go home with him? But that means you was exploring, and she's not really exploring because there's no other countryman here other than Jalen and Taylor. If Jalen was still there and you coupled with Jalen, they don't need for you to pack your bags to go home with him. So that means it's disrespectful to Jalen. So go on, John Laundry. You lost me with that. I don't care. Y'all all lost me. I'll say y'all was losing me in this episode. And y'all was annoying the hell out of me. Energy, the villa, the energy is still sucked out of the villa. Because of what? Huda and this whole drama between Huda and Jeremiah. And then y'all all in the mix in the middle of it, watching what's happening. So Sarah, Nicholas, Ace, Shelly, Taylor, and Laundry is talking about Huda behind her back, right? They said no, their relationship should not stay together. They both feel like Huda and Jeremiah's relationship should not be together. They talk about her back. Now, Huda walked up to the thing. First, Huda was giving this. She was posing because she think that people was looking at her like she was doing something. I said, girl, they is talking about you. They is not here for you. But then she walked up and they said, "What we talking about? R&B? Nah, keep the energy. Talk." I said, "Girl, we talking about you. Come sit down. So you want to sit here and want to talk to us about something? No. Let me tell you what's going on. We don't like what's happening." But nobody's doing that. Nobody's telling her. They might tell a little bit in one-on-one, but that was perfect for you all to sit down and talk to us. Like, girl, come on. So Jeremiah was talking to Huda, right? And he said, listen, I think the reason why we probably crashed out like the way we is, it was like that. We probably skipped the freaking being friends with each other and learning each other to be best friends, and we went to physical so quickly. So I want to take a step back and let's be friends first. She said, no, I'm not doing that. So what the fuck? What you mean? Why you want to take it slow now? Because you try to play me like that, lost like that. What you mean? Like you want to take it slow now? I ain't trying to do that. You want to be friends now? And I was like, you know what? That's typical man behavior because sometimes they do like that. They want to, in the real world, some guys will be all up on you, make you feel like you're the world. But once they get the nookie, then they put back on you, act like you the problem. Stop bothering me, stop calling me, stop being it, stop block my number, you is all you do is smother me and all that stuff. So why are we doing all that? Now you got the cookies and got the goods. Now I gotta stop hitting you up. Now you want to be friends? Because you was acting no friends when you were trying to get in a little nookie. But now all of a sudden, you want to take it back. Now, on the flip side, I do understand what he's saying. Y'all skipped that get to know each other part. Y'all went straight to physical. That's when y'all figured y'all relationship was so close to because y'all was hooking up and being physical with each other, and the attraction was there because y'all was attracted to each other in a physical, sexual way. It's how sometimes people use that as a form of attraction with each other than actually the mental and emotional state. They use a physical and a sexual connection that overpowers the mental and emotional connection. So they lack the social and emotional. Because I said, what the hell y'all be talking about? What do y'all really talk about? I know they talk about some things about outside villa because they would talk about how y'all will move as a couple, not so much about each other. What y'all like, what y'all do, how is it, what's your non-negotiable, what y'all take off, what's this, how can it be better for each other? None of that. None of that can be seeing. But most every fucking night, they always hunching and kissing each other. Everybody went to go to sleep. And they're like, every freaking night. So yeah, skip that. So she's pissed off. I said it could be only two things. And yes, he could just got it now. Now he got it. Now he stepped back. But that on top of the y'all not knowing each other and then the crash out everything and calling him B, he said, listen, we need to start over. But she don't want to do that. I said, all right, you don't want to do that. That's it. It's done for y'all. Let it be. I would say at this point, she said she done. She can't be. I was dropped in this situation, and I don't know what the hell to do with y'all. I can't. And I said, no, that's right. She said, you still in the bed with her? I said, that's a couple of. Now, man, so he could do what Ace did and say not be in the bed with her because, it's too soon, it's too much with her and everything. I don't want the heat. I just sleep with soul ties with Ace or something or go somewhere else. But no, he slept in the bed with her because at this point, he was done. Tell her you was done. That's why you did it. You don't care. You did it because you start caring. You stopped caring. I said, Huda, you always misinterpret what he said. He never said he wanted to be with the girl. He never said all that, but whatever. You always misinterpret what everybody said and make your own spin on it. And they're going back and tell the villa exactly what conversation you had and make them feel like he just a freaking douchebag. He could be, but at the same time, you was a problem too. Also find out now that Huda got the kid. He said, oh, she got the kid? Thinking Jeremiah and Alondria was talking, and they just got too casual, and they realized they bought the kid, and they was like, oh. Ooh. I said, well, he know now, I guess. Jeremiah Ivy talk. She said she feel like she walking on eggshells, and a lot of them feel like they're walking on eggshells dealing with this figure firecracker right here, tornado, Huda. But she feel bad for him. She feel bad for him. I said, don't feel a bit too bad for him, girl. All right, and we are about to almost done with this, y'all. Y'all here with me? Sierra told Huda to dial it down with the name caller. She said, I was crashing out. So dial your excuse to name calling someone because you was crashing out. You took no responsibility about crashing out and calling a man out his name. But your crash out is the reason why you calling him like that. Okay, girl. So Landria asks Huda, what are your non-negotiables? What is it? Because everything he's doing is he's okay with it so far. What are your non-negotiables? I'll talk about this later. I said, nah, we doing makeup. We can talk about this now. You want to talk about we had to drop what we're doing and talk to you when you upset. You want to talk, but now the time we're trying to have a conversation with you. Now you want to talk about it later. No, girl, get the fuck out of here. I said, if I was launching, I said, girl, you say it. We don't talk about it later. It's fine. It's fine. Huda is crying because Jeremiah he was a gentleman for Iris because Iris was having a hard time pulling her chair back. So he put the chair back so she could sit down, and she cried. She said, oh my God, he's in front of my face. He's going to jail. What the fuck? And Hannah went to talk to her, and she said, he's a little boy. You deserve better than this. And all that. So I said, okay, whatever. Also, Maya talk. She said she's Dominican, feel intentional. He said he wants to be a father no matter what. He said there's a big award being a dad. He said, F a job. I said, Don't go too fast. Don't F no job now. Don't be no. You gotta take the kids. They don't F no jobs. You better work and take care of the kids. So Amiana came. I said, no, that's right, Amiana. You better shut yourself up because I'm getting annoyed with everybody. Amiana come looking beautiful ever. Because I always pause and say, Amiana B, go ahead, girl. You better come in. So she said, recoupling happening tonight. And everybody said, what? So it's just an equal amount of boys and girls. This is what we're going to do. Doors open, doors locked. The girls will go behind the door. They have to lock their answers who the guy they want to be connected with. The guys then want to go and choose the girls who they want to couple up with. If the door open, it's a match. That means both the guy and the girl decided they want to couple up with each other and it's a match and they'll be together. However, if the door's not open, that means it's not a match and that person becomes single and votable. So whoever girl or only guy that's not paired up or match or whatever, if it's not open or door is still locked, if the door's not matching with each other or it's still locked, then y'all will be single and votable. So I said, oh, okay. So a couple, Nicholas, Sierra. Okay, they're still together. They're still together. After the big shakeup between him and Bella and everything, he picked Sierra. He has been with Sierra since. He didn't explore nobody else. He didn't try nobody else. He didn't even try to go after Alondria, nothing like that. But he been with Sierra since. All right. Pepe and Hannah. Of course, obvious choice because Hannah got no other connections herself. She had connected with nobody else but with Pepe. And Charlie went home, so that's that. Austin and Amaya. Finally, Austin get together with Amaya. Amaya picked Austin. Austin picked Amaya. That's that. Now Shelly said, hold up, wait, Amaya had a Shelly thinking Austin had a connection. I said, this is a whole part of the game, right? Now the only thing I think he was talking to Amaya, but I don't think he know that they really had a connection and kiss. And whatnot. He never told her they kissed. She will find out moving night, but whatever. They kissed and everything had a connection. So she was kind of taken back. And I said, no, don't take it back now. You go pick Ace. I feel like she was going to pick Ace at this time. Ace going to finally go pick Shelly. Because I said, listen, man, you're going to pick Shelly the first time. You're going to be going through all this with you figuring Austin and everything. But whatever. So good, fine. Ace and Shelly, they match it good. So the couple so far, Nicholas Sierra, Pepe and Hannah, Austin Maya, and then Ace and Shelly. Jalen, of course, the only person he was going to pick was Alondria. But Alondria knew, we are like, oh, child. The way how Alondria was looking at it, it's like she probably did not locked in with Jalen. She locked in with Taylor. And Taylor and Alondria been locked in since day one. But yet, y'all all throw arms about Huda and Jeremiah. But a lot of y'all have been locked in with the same person since the beginning. But what we all be exploring and connecting. So I'm trying to see what we doing here. What are we doing? Because y'all acting like the same thing. So Jaden and Alondria did not match. The door did not open. So he's a single and vulnerable. Taylor, of course, Alondria a door was open for Taylor. So they cool. And Jeremiah picked Iris. Now, however, Iris and both Iris and Huda picked Jeremiah to couple up with. And because at this point, I think Iris knew at this point, I think Ace was going to pursue Shelly. I don't know. Maybe she do, maybe she know. Because I think he did tell her that he had a connection with Shelly. So I guess at this point, she said, listen, I love Jeremiah. I was trying to get to know him. I feel bad for him. I think I want to continue with him. So she decided to continue with Jeremiah. Jeremiah picked Iris. The door opened. They hugged it out. They hugged it on the doorway. And I guess Huda found out. She saw it because the door didn't open for her. So she started crying. Basically saying he's a liar. And Huda is vulnerable. She said, oh, I thought he was gonna be one because he said she was the safest option and everything. He didn't like her. He didn't like her. I said he didn't say all that. He just said that Iris is not his type. He did say that. But doesn't mean he can't get Iris a chance. Usually we go after our types and our types knows you don't work for us. So you have to step outside the box. So she didn't say all the extra stuff. She just said he's not a type. So it's she said they talk and everything. And I said, so you just took the pillow talk that you had with Jeremiah and blurted out that he was talking smack shit about Iris. Now Iris said she didn't took it, she was listening, but she said, "You're not safe for option." He said, "No, you must not gonna say for option." She said, "I'll say for option," and then she said, "He's the escape goat." So not a scapegoat, good. It's scapegoat, not escape. We're not who do we want to. Who can I want to? We ain't doing that. So she's a scapegoat for Jeremiah and everything. So she's upset. So someone will leave tonight. And the Islanders have to stand behind the person they want to save, either Huda or Jada. I said this is a fine. They get a chance, the second chance to eliminate Huda. Huda has no other options. It's safe to say that Jeremiah or Huda is done. It's safe to say they're done for now. We don't know what's going to happen next. It's safe to say they're done for now. And that's that. So either they can bring a bombshell for Huda, or she gonna last long enough for Castle Moore. Because I don't think it will be another recoupling until Castle Moore happens. And then that's when we'll see who will come back. If the guy's gonna bring a girl back to the villa and then shake these shit up. Or the girl's gonna pick the guy. So I think it's not gonna be another recoupling until Castle Moore happens. So, and it will be a bombshell might come in before Castle Moore starts. So we'll see. Hopefully. So, Huda and Jalen. Who stood behind Jalen? Austin, Nick, Jeremiah, and Pepe. Now, that's why I said I don't care when nobody said no, Nick is not a follower, because Nick stand behind his decision about getting Huda home. He don't like the toxicity. He hate it. However, y'all know only said 4 names, right? Y'all know last time who voted Huda to go home with besides Nicholas? Ace, right? So why the hell Ace stood behind Huda? Huda, Sierra, Amaya, Ace, Shelly, Iris, Taylor, Alondra, and Hannah all stood behind Huda. I was shocked with Iris, because Iris and Pepe and Jalen all came together. So they should be born together. I think she should have saved them because he deserved to have love here. This bitch just told you was a scapegoat right in front of your face like 5 seconds ago, and you was the safest option, all that stuff, because she pissed off that you got her man. But you stood behind her because you feel like she deserved a second chance? Second chance of what? She had a second chance. All that talk along, just talk about figure Huda. She stood behind her. Now Ace stood next to figure. I don't know why I don't know if he want to shook the table. He wanted to just upset. And I said, no, stand behind your decision. You say you want Huda going. You could have kept going Huda going. He stood behind Huda. Huda tried to hold it like give him a dap or something like that. He didn't want to do that. He was pissed off the whole time. I said, you made the decision. Why the fuck are you mad? Why are you mad? You made the decision. Now, I don't know if he did that because he wanted to help his homeboy out, Taylor, so he won't no competition. But that's the whole point. Y'all all wanted some competition so you can see the exploring the connection of options to see what's happening. That would still force Taylor to step it up if Jada was still there. Huda had nobody to go with, so Huda should have went home. Period. She should have. But y'all kept her. So going forward, I want to hear shit from y'all about Huda and how she behaved or whatnot. Because if y'all keep doing that and y'all keep going on and y'all keep saying this good, I'm going off. I'm going off. All y'all who kept the saved her, I don't have no sympathy for y'all. So y'all have your issues. I'm going to say, I'll say, oh, well, it is what it is. They're all. I have no sympathy for none of y'all. Because Jaden should have stayed. Huda, your time is up. Go home and be a mom. Ace, you sitting there and be on mad of your choice. Now I know people saying that if they feel like a production put Ace up to it. I said production put Ace up to nothing. And if so, that's messed up. Because why y'all keeping this girl here? I want to hear it. Because at this point, y'all always being safe. And now y'all got Huda here being what? Y'all all coupled up and Huda's by herself and doing what? And now y'all in the figure on Thursday episode, y'all gonna say, if she don't wake up the next day, it don't change her behavior, we not giving her a third chance. I said, what the fuck do y'all think she gonna change at the figure one night? She still gotta see Jeremiah and Iris. At this time, Jeremiah made a choice. America didn't make the choice. He made the choice now. So you think she gonna be subtle and cute? And I said, oh, I'm happy for y'all. And she only hugged Iris now because she hugged Iris out because Iris stood behind her. Because she said, yeah, I know Jada's your friend. I said, Iris, I don't know why the fuck you stood behind and figure Hannah Huda too. I said, y'all all annoy me. I wouldn't hear nothing from Iris. I wouldn't hear nothing from Ace. I wouldn't hear from none of y'all. Because y'all all bothered how Huda crashed out, but y'all had a chance. Now y'all saying if she don't step out, she don't. Y'all think she gonna change overnight? I agree because her crashing out it's not entertaining. Huda crash out is not entertaining. I don't care nobody say. I don't care nobody say. Y'all may like her. Her crash out is not entertaining. Serena crashed out entertaining last season. She wasn't going around calling him B and everything. She said she was upset that he wants to stand on his decision. And she did say F you. But other than that, she calmed down and they cool on, they had a talk, they moved on. And then moved past it. That same night. She crashed out a little bit. It was entertaining. It was work. We were always like, yes, girl, read him a film. Because he could walk in there, look at his head putting down. No, keep your head up, like Dania said. Dania, what her name is. Keep your head up. You brought me here. Pick your head up. She didn't suck the energy out the villa. Not like that. Janae crashed out a little bit. A kitty bringing somebody else back. And then they have a conversation. They talk and they cool now. They in a relationship together now. So y'all think she gonna step? She gonna be good. Y'all think she gonna be good? If she don't wake up the next day, we don't give her a third chance. Y'all should not give her a second chance. Period. They had to bring a bombshell for Huda, and I hope that bombshell wants to be with Huda, because you know the bombshells watch the show before they get in here, so they would have to know her behavior. And what you think any bombshell will be with her? Just think about it. Because we can see how she is when she's upset. And also, they know that she's a mom. So whether she come in there and try to give her a chance or not, so it's either being a bombshell who's okay with her toxicity and okay with her being a mom and deal with her craziness because they crazy themselves, then that's fine. Because she's still gonna be crashing out. So you might have to vote her ass off. So I'm on. Or at least Castle more happen and somebody can swoop her on her feet. Any other last thoughts? Because I'm done. I'm done. Like I said, when next episode coming, y'all act like y'all don't, or you have issues and y'all want to complain about Buddha and Jeremiah or something. I said, I want to hear it. Because y'all all are basically doing the same thing. Y'all not really exploring. That's why I can't wait for Castle More to happen. I need to shake something up. Let's see it happen. Step on each other's toes or something. Y'all wasn't be mature, right? But yeah, the woman who called herself mature and appearing and everything, act like a freaking immature toddler. But y'all like that. It's entertainment. Y'all said Hood at Home, it would be boring. No, it's not. Because other people crash out too, and it's been still entertaining. Amaya, Ace, a lot of people is keeping the show entertaining. It's not only on Huda. Huda doesn't make the show. You can keep Huda going, and it still be entertaining. But y'all love that. She be boring if y'all take Huda out. She baked it in, that crash out be entertaining. No, it's disturbing. Because y'all entertaining, then despite her have a lot of followers, the people still not rock with her on the Love Island app. They not rock with her. She got low percentages. So at the end of the day, people not find it entertaining. Whatever. That's my Love Island review, y'all. Love USA. Thank you for everybody who's coming in. Thank you for everybody who's watching and reviewing. And make sure you hit that like button because now I gave my all. I gave my all. And we're gonna be here again next week for Love Island USA. I am starting to watch Love Island UK this new season, but I will review it soon. But I just probably won't review it right away. I just gotta watch it a little bit, get the feel for it. Because the season 12 is my first season watching UK season. And people say UK season make USA feel like a freaking child's play. So I want to see how UK give it up. But if anything else, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I will continue the Diddy trial really long. The Beyond the Gates, I got to catch up on it. I ain't thinking about that. I might do the pre-recorded video or I might do a live. I'll see about that. But right now, Beyond the Gates is not in my forefront right now. I'm trying to do this because this is my focus point. And the Diddy trial and anything else is happening. So when things let up, then we get to everything else that's happening. All right? But please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. If you're new, hope you subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. And have a great day. And y'all let me know. No, on Wednesdays, Love Island does not come on Wednesdays. Hey, Ruth, how you doing? Love Island is not on Wednesdays. There's no new episode on Wednesdays. So the new episode will be on Thursdays. Well, Thursday all the way to Tuesday. No new episode Wednesdays, and the Saturday episode is the After Sun. So that's when you don't see nothing tonight. So you will get a new episode tomorrow. Right? Yeah, it comes every day except for Wednesdays. So you won't see it today. You will see it tomorrow. So they gave us a break, a day break. All right. Appreciate y'all. Talk to you later. And if I miss anything and y'all have anything y'all want to discuss in the chat, y'all let me know how y'all feel in the chat section. I will respond back. Okay? Peace out. Later. See ya. Oh, I did not think about Real House of Atlanta. We will get that review up soon too. But I haven't been watching the episodes. When I watch the 2 episodes, y'all will get that review. Okay? Peace out.